Hello and a warm welcome to SJLive, brought to you by Crown Paint, celebrating 60 years of being the colors of Kenya. If you like it, crown it. This is Shubhrika. On this platform called SJLive, we have a special guest today with us. He is Mr. Ritesh Barot. He possesses a master's degree in international finance. He is an investor, a financial analyst, business columnist, artist, and humanitarian. He has been honored with a national recognition OGW by His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, President of the Republic of Kenya during year 2017. He is a passionate Rotarian. He is a member of Rotary Club and presently the President of Rotary Club of Nairobi for the year 2020-2021. Ritesh Barot has an evening hobby of painting and has held many exhibitions of his art, proceeds of which were allocated to the charitable foundations for the physically challenged. He has been featured twice in the renowned Kenya Arts Diary during 2017 edition and 2019 edition as an upcoming Kenyan artist. He is also a certified neuro-linguistic programming practitioner, that is certified by the American Board of Neuro-Linguistic Programming. And additionally, he is approximately 7 feet 5 inches tall. His continuous effort is to be a role model to the community, and obviously he is one. So let's welcome the person with so many qualities, Ritesh Barot, with me, Shubhrika, on SJLive. Welcome to the show, Ritesh Barot. How are you?
I am well, thank you. Thank you, Shubhrika, and I'm grateful for this opportunity.
Thank you so much for coming on this platform. And I really feel fortunate that I have you on my show, SJLive, and I'm very sure there's so many viewers out there who will be enlightened by this conversation.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to our conversation.
Ritesh ji, you are an investor and financial analyst, a businessman, a social worker, a painter by hobby, and also happen to be the tallest man in East Africa. What do you like being the most?
Thank you. Thank you for pointing this out to me. In all reality, these are very integrated parts of my life.
Yeah.
So if I'm asked what do I like most, it's tricky because, it's very important that every individual has a balanced and integrated life.
True.
So naturally, as yourself, of course, like everyone else, there has to be a profession. We have to have some passion towards some recreational activity. Of course, we also want to give back to society. And that's the reason of course, by profession, I'm a financial analyst and economist and a businessman. But yes, I do have a passion for painting. I am a columnist. For philanthropy, I am involved with Rotary, which is an international organization whereby a lot of good is done for communities around us. And yes, for being tall, I think it's a blessing. I don't think I can take credit for that personally. I think it's just God's gift, and I'm grateful.
Yeah. Actually, you don't have to struggle much to show your presence anywhere. You're there and everybody knows that, yes, Ritesh Barot is here, isn't it?
I'm grateful for that. In all honesty, I get delighted when that does happen. You see, when we have such an opportunity, which is a gift, we can also utilize it in a positive manner.
True.
So when I get that media presence or presence of individuals who want to, converse with me about an aspect of height or something which intrigues them, it opens avenues for conversation where I can also talk about pertinent matters when it comes to causes I'm passionate about, such as individuals who are physically and mentally challenged, how to care about them, or other philanthropic conversations.
I still remember I saw you for the first time at a restaurant, and I knew you are Ritesh Barot. And for all the time you were sitting there, I was trying to gain confidence to come up to you and take an autograph, but I couldn't do that.
an
I don't know
autograph.
if you remember me seeing there or not, but I remember that incident very well.
You know, Shubhrika, you're doing a great job yourself. So, in all honesty, if you wanted my autograph, I would have asked for yours in exchange as well.
No, 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 please. So you have a big list of achievements. And yes, you are a president of Rotary Club of Nairobi. In which field you want to work in terms of social work? You're a passionate social worker, I see.
Yes, yes, I am. Thank you. I am currently the president of Rotary Club of Nairobi. If you'll allow me, I'll give you a little bit of information about this particular Rotary Club.
Yeah.
So if you search online, you will see a lot of information as to what Rotary is. It's a service-based organization of business and professional leaders. And Rotary Club of Nairobi is the mother club of Rotary in East and Central Africa. We are known as the flagship club of Rotary in East and Central Africa. And on 11th of September 2020, during my presidency, we celebrated the 90th anniversary of our club. And most clubs in the region, in Uganda, Tanzania, Mombasa, and across, they find their roots back to our club. So I'm very privileged and honored to be serving as the 90th president of this prestigious club. And we have many areas of focus in Rotary. We have areas of focus including peace and conflict prevention, disease prevention and treatment, water and sanitation, maternal and child health care, basic education and literacy, economic and community development. And this year, which I'm very grateful for, one of the areas of focus we have got a seventh area of focus, which is the environment. So if you're to ask me which is the area I would want to focus on this year, I would say all of them, naturally, since in my Rotary journey, I have been exposed to projects, whether it is to do with physically and mentally challenged, whether it is about disease prevention. I've been involved in bed kit distributions with our international partners, provision of GECOs, energy-saving GECOs to schools, and many other projects. Also, our club is known for cataract operations under the leadership of ophthalmologist and honorary Rotarian Dr. Mukesh Joshi. For the last 30 years, we have had the Kenya Rural Blindness Eradication eye camps, which take place across Kenya. And we've done over 20,000 cataract operations. So this year, I would like to continue with all these projects and many more, but environment is a new area of focus. So I will be most excited when we start planting fruit trees across Nairobi. And I would really like to have tree planting initiatives, as we are seeing, you know, across Wayaki Way and all over, that we are cutting down, right?
Yeah.
So I would be very passionate about tree planting initiatives, especially fruit trees everywhere.
Yeah, even I would love to join hands in that. In case you need any of help from my side, I'll always be there.
Most welcome.
Yeah.
I'll let you know, yes.
You're an economist. So I would like to know, how has local business and investment been affected due to COVID in Kenya?
Okay, this is going to be a lengthy answer because I have to tell you the pros and cons.
Yeah.
So this year, before COVID, actually, this year began on an interesting note, as many are aware. We had the locust infestations. There were two waves of locust infestations, actually. Then there was a flooding earlier this year in January. There are many factors which actually started affecting our economy even before COVID-19. So all these repercussions were being felt, and thereafter came COVID-19 pandemic. So the global economies are realizing the effect of COVID-19 pandemic. And as per the most recent finance sector deepening Kenya report, you'll be surprised to know that about approximately 62% of Kenyans are unable to come up with funds in case of any emergency.
Oh.
So you can imagine they actually came up with a statistic that only maybe 12% would consider it possible to raise funds in an emergency in this situation. So we have faced in our economy income loss due to job losses. There are financial strains on the economy which are severe. But having said this, for those who do have some funds available for savings and investment, this is the right time to take advantage of underpriced shares of blue chip companies.
Absolutely.
So listed companies have now declared year 2020 first half results. And unfortunately, many are issuing recommendations of no interim dividend payout due to COVID-19, which is attributed to a depressed economy. And Nairobi Securities Exchange is slow in momentum. There are many attractive investment opportunities at this point for long-term investors. And given the uncertainty in this economy, businesses must advance and improve their reporting standards to attract investments, whether it's from local investors or international investors, and support the acceleration of the country's recovery from this economic hit. So what I'd like to say also is that manufacturers in Kenya are very concerned about the decreasing market share due to many factors, including the unpredictable tax measures, which are making the industry uncompetitive compared to our East African counterparts. And the East African Community Common External Tariff System has caused a somewhat undermining effect towards the industrialization efforts in our region. So during this time, greater efforts must be applied towards ensuring a strong manufacturing sector, which is a precondition for the necessity of growth that will cause employment and development of our country. What I can say also is that there is a necessity for tax benefits to be offered towards manufacturers to encourage them to create a robust sector and to set up in Kenya. To enhance employment, availability of products locally at competitive prices. And some of the recent measures introduced through Finance Act are at the expense of the previous tax incentives and welfares that would have formed a part of the fundamental support for the post-pandemic economic recovery phase. But having said all this, I can say that Kenya has been resilient, even in the past. In the past, the economy was down due to, let's say, prolonged post-electioneering period and everything. But we have always been resilient, and I'm sure that we will see ourselves through.
Yeah, that's so true. Since I have the opportunity, I would also like to ask you about the property rates, which are actually hiking in the country. And yes, I don't see that much of demand. So what do you suggest to those property owners and developers and investors?
See, for property at the moment, as you're aware, if it just takes us a small drive around Nairobi to see that properties are mushrooming, literally. Yes.
Actually.
They're actually mushrooming. And naturally, like I've mentioned, that COVID-19 pandemic itself has caused a hit on individuals' household income.
Yeah.
So having said that, and also due to the fact that at the moment, you see also the travel is now slowly going to resume. So even internationals who will be seeking positions in this country in terms of NGOs and all that, they probably will be slow to take up properties on rent or purchase. The rate at which we are seeing development,
the demand
I think
at that rate.
The demand is not going to match, of course, the supply. But we have to see what's going to happen. You know, some properties, maybe the owners will have to consider a better rate. It's better to have tenants as opposed to have an empty premises.
Yeah, hopefully they do.
Yes.
Riteshji, according to you, what more should be done to strengthen Kenyan economy?
Okay, multiple things can be done. First, we have taken so much debt as an economy. We need to strengthen measures to manage the debt and minimize the costs and risks while accessing the external funding.
Yeah.
The government has to encourage micro, small, and medium enterprises. And there's something which we must encourage in Kenya. It's this Buy Kenyan, Build Kenya initiative. Promote local manufacturing and mobilize resources to support the youth. So that would enable them in turn to actively contribute to the economic recovery agenda of the country. Two more things which I can say is to upscale resource allocation towards industries, especially towards tertiary sector and manufacturing. And for private sector, I would say for shareholders, shareholder activism to ensure good corporate governance in private sector.
But you equally see there are so many companies who want to get out of the country. What is the reason and what more should be done to retain them?
There are many factors. Sometimes it could be the policies locally which make it expensive for them to operate. Sometimes it could be maybe they're getting certain tax benefit in our neighboring countries, or especially in manufacturing, there are many factors which come in play. The ease of availability of raw materials and many factors. I think this has been a debate which has been ongoing at several levels, and if we see that the government actually allows certain tax benefits or allows a more conducive environment for individuals to set up manufacturing, we will solve many problems here, including employment, including availability of goods at competitive pricing.
True. Yeah. And coming back to your hobby, how did you develop? When did the hobby of painting develop?
Surprisingly, I have never studied art beyond. Yes, I've not studied art beyond naturally. When we are in primary school and secondary, not secondary, but in primary school, it's a subject. Okay. But what I realized is when I was in university and I was doing a double degree, but between the lectures, I used to doodle. I used to take a pencil or a pen and just start doodling on a writing pad.
Yeah.
So I had that passion to sketch, which developed over time. But I studied economics and international finance. What I realized is over the last few years, I decided to spend more time late in the evenings to unwind by painting, because it's a passion I have.
Yeah.
So that is what led to painting.
So you also put up exhibitions, yeah? And the money goes to the charity.
Yes, I have held exhibitions, and what motivates me to paint actually is I paint for a cause. So I usually end up having a series of paintings, and then there are some artists who combine together to do some exhibitions or even solo exhibition. And usually either international organization or any local organization, if they're looking for funding, I usually partner with them, and the paintings are auctioned for a good cause.
That's really a nice cause to do something good. Yeah. Okay. And Ritesh ji, how has life been for you? Being the tallest man in East Africa, you gather so much attraction towards you, and it brings so many challenges also. What challenges has it brought in for you?
It's tricky because in all honesty, and I'm being very honest here, I haven't actually felt per se a challenge. Maybe I'm accustomed to what I can and cannot do, and to be honest, it's a blessing more than anything.
Absolutely.
Like you.
Yeah, because you don't need to introduce yourself. You are actually a star in the community. People want to have a photograph click with you, including me. So yeah,
thank you. Thank you so much.
And you certainly enjoy your celebrity status, I said. Any memorable incident when you felt blessed?
You're very kind and gracious to say that I'm enjoying a celebrity status. In honesty, more than celebrity, I think what I like is when I meet people, and I find people very warm, and somehow I feel happy when individuals find me approachable
Mm.
and likable, because I think I have this common bond. I'm a people's person.
Yeah.
So if that is what makes me a celebrity, that I find that to be a wonderful blessing.
Yeah.
But I am a people's person, and I think I get happy when I hear such things. Thank you.
You're most welcome. A word of motivation for people who feel life is tough.
For individuals who feel life is tough, I will say that life in itself is a gift.
Yeah.
And each day, regardless of the challenges we face, there is a greater purpose. And perhaps individuals could be going through a very trying time, a dark phase, but everyone should know that their purpose is not isolated to themselves, maybe by them being around someone else's thriving.
Mm.
Um, there are tough days, and some individuals who may need a word of motivation. I will say that it's a blessing to just be. It's a gift, and look around you, and you will see smiling faces. Smile back. A smile is contagious, and life doesn't stay tough forever. There are always good and bad days.
That's so true. We actually need angels like you in the community, especially in these times of COVID-19, which is actually very tough for so many people around there.
Thank you, Shubhrika. It's very kind of you to say that.
No, no, no. And thank you so much, Ritesh. I'm really very happy that you accepted to come on this platform of SJLive. And you have answered quite a few questions, and in fact, my own personal queries also. So I'm really grateful to you for that.
And
And next
I'm
time,
grateful
normally
to
when
you.
I'm meeting you in person, I need an autograph and a picture with you.
Done. And I get a photo with you, but autographed by you too. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Thank
Ritesh.
you.
Thank you. So that was Ritesh Barot on SJLive with me, Shubhrika, brought to you by Crown Paint, celebrating 60 years of being the colors of Kenya. If you like it, crown it. I'm very sure you would have enjoyed watching this conversation with me, Shubhrika. My Facebook page is Shubhrika, my YouTube channel is Shubhrika Johary, and my Instagram handle is Shubhrika Johary. Do like, share, and subscribe. There are many more personalities which are going to appear on this platform, and I'm really fortunate to have them here with me just for you. Thank you so much for all the love you have given me. I'm really fortunate to have so many renowned personalities who have come on this platform of SJLive. We'll continue bringing many more interesting people on my section, SJLive. Ta-da, bye-bye. See you again soon.